Hey YouTube, 15-minute game. Oh, jeez, that's not gonna work. Actually, I can. Drunk atheist. Wow, I like this guy. I don't know if I want to beat him. I left my mouse pad at work, so my mouse is really awkward. So I hope this doesn't get into a time scramble. I'm gonna lose for sure if it does. Oh god. I've been playing this lately, but normally I play the 2 knights defense. God, and I always get b4. You know, play b4, I don't lose. Okay, knight to c3 is kind of a putzer move. Going for the pin and stuff. But I can just kind of copy every move that he does. And now if he pins, I just play bishop to e6, and he can't jump in with knight. So he's going to prevent the pin now. Alright. That wasn't. I don't think it was necessary because he has the same kind of idea. I'm just gonna castle as of now. In fact, maybe I shouldn't have castled. Maybe I should have found a different move. But oh well. If he takes with the pawn, I'm not sure that I'm too worried. Just because I get his bishop immediately back. No, so he takes with the bishop. And that's the correct recapture. Now he's got the bishop pair. Which is going to be obnoxious for me. So I think he's kind of already gotten an edge out of the opening. So maybe there's a way, though, that I can coax him into giving me the bishop pair. Because now it's hard for me to find a plan. Seeing as he got his knight off of c3, so c3 and d4 are just begging to be played. I could go like the tactical route and play knight to d4, bishop takes b7, knight takes f3, check, queen takes f3, bishop takes f2. But then he just goes queen takes f2, and even if I go knight to g4, he just takes that as well. Well, yeah, that's difficult. I'm not sure what I've gotten myself into here. I might play this anyway. Try to find out what else to do. I mean, obviously, if he takes on b7, I can just bring my rook to b8 and take on b2. And I'm not sure what that really accomplishes either. Maybe nothing. But we are going to attack his bishop. That was kind of my idea of bringing the knight there, was to hit his bishop. I don't understand this move. That's confusing to me. That tells me he wants to expand on the queen side, but why? You can play c3 and d4. You have the bishop pair, you're going to open the position up. So, oh, he's worried that I'm going to attack his bishop, and he's not going to have a place to retreat to. Yeah, which is actually pretty smooth on his part. Okay, so I get out of the pin, which is nice. And that also seems nice. Okay, so he says I'm just going to go home. So now what? Well, he's not castled. Maybe there's some way that I can make use of that. Maybe on these dark squares. Maybe. He's just going to castle now. This is okay. I don't see why he should weaken all of these squares. This just seems ludicrous to me. But it's hard for me to make use of them. Let's see what he does. This just kind of says, well, what's your idea? And he hasn't really played anything other than just to save his bishops, which I guess is fine because, you know, that's a static advantage he has. God, I love his name. A Canadian drunk atheist. That's great. So, I don't know, I'm kind of doing the same thing. I don't really have a plan either yet, so let's just see what you're doing. I mean, I just think these are going to be targets, you know. Now, 8-5 immediately springs to mind. If he pushes, I can bring this rook over and maybe get a target here. If he weakens the square, then I can just jump right back up into it. Interesting. Oh, no, I can't. Well, no, that'd be fine. It's just the rook would be a little awkwardly placed. Yeah. Well, I kind of like the bishop on this diagonal, but I wouldn't mind trading his off just because of this kind of weak dark square here because he played h3. Even though I don't really have a piece that can take advantage of that, I can play queen to d7. And maybe I can kind of goad some more weaknesses on his king side. Okay, so he's going to do that. Interesting. That prompts me to bring the rook to the file that might be opening. I should do something about this tonight. Now I imagine he's going to resolve the tension immediately. He might play c4 with the intention of recapturing with the c pawn, but then I get a pass to a pawn, and I'll retreat this bishop to keep guarding over e5. Play b6 and just secure that for a long-term advantage that, you know, I can always kind of cash in on in an endgame. I don't think I'd really be prepared to do anything about it now, but I don't know. I think that my position's somewhat solid. I don't think that there's a whole lot that we can do here. I mean, notice his plan was just playing the queen side, though I'm not sure that's the best. I still think c3 and d4 would have been the best for him just to open up the center. I've done everything with my b8 knight, sent it up on f8. But that light square bishop is really going to be a pain for me. I should probably get queen to d7 in fairly soon, just to kind of protect f7 a little bit, so that there isn't any shenanigans going on. I can't ever play h6 just because I'm creating g6 for a landing pad. Okay, and that's fine and good, but I'm just going to take like this. You're going to recapture. Yeah, and now I've just got this passed pawn, you know? So I don't see what the problem is for me. In fact, I'll attack it real fast. See what he has to say. I've got this nice little pass pawn. You know, it's not bad. It's okay. So now he's really severely weakened all of these squares, which means good news for me. it does give me play. Now I've got weak pawns myself. Here, so if this file were to open, which it won't, because I'm putting pressure on it. Something I have to be wary of is the moment that he plays his rook somewhere. Yeah, he's adding pressure here, so... But this rook is kind of dead weight now. I don't think that it's really important that it's on this square any longer, so I'm going to bring it back over to the A file and continue defending this. Because this is my prized possession. I need this. But now I can play knight to d4, and he'll give up that knight on f3. Not that that's constituting an advantage for me necessarily, but I might be able to generate some play on the king side at some point. And I'm not saying that my next move is knight to d4. I'm just saying in the future there might be a moment in which knight to d4 is fortuitous because the queen isn't on d1 anymore. I'm threatening to take it with check and it ruin his pawn structure. So, again, I don't understand this. He's got weak dark squares. This is an exchange that I want to make. Problem is, if he takes with the f pawn, he gets a little bit of activity for it, and then he might actually finally be breaking through. But I do get to secure my passed pawn, don't I? If I take and then just go here. Yeah, then I just go here. And the pawn is secure. Which isn't a bad thing. That's pretty good. So he's actually kind of got a weak king side here. If I could get any control over g3 whatsoever, that'd be pretty nice. So there goes Mr. Bishop pair. Again, I don't know that I want to take, to be completely honest. Because if he pushes, he's just giving me a great square. So let's reroute this A rook somewhere. The C file seems to be the most, I don't know, obvious, I suppose. But I mean, I guess he is threatening to take a couple times on E5. It's like I'd rather not take, but I guess I could. Or I could move the knight again to... Actually, I'm kind of liking that, as weird as it is. I'd like to move it to g5, obviously. That's not possible now, just to hit on this new fresh weakness. But where? Maybe f8 to g6 again. I'm not really sure about that. Maybe to c5, or excuse me, c7, just to kind of keep an eye on this square. We'll go here for now. So now his pawn's hanging, so he has to do something about it. He'll probably play bishop to b. Yeah, that's what I thought he'd play. Let's see if we can just start adding some pressure here. It's like now I have no idea what I'm doing with my knight, but whatever. I was thinking I'd play rook to e7 and bring the knight in like to e8, but then where does it go? I don't know. I just kind of stopped thinking there. It's in the morning. I wasn't really thinking clearly. I was hoping he'd just resolve the tension in the center at some point in time. To get a knight on e8, bolstering f6, I guess 10 it helps. Wow, really? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes with check. I get 2. Where does he go? Let's say he goes to f2. Yeah, I just don't have enough pieces to get involved in that. Knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes with check. Goes to f2, rook to e6. Then he just brings his rook over, and things aren't looking so great for me anymore. See, again, this is one of those times where I just kind of want to wait, you know, to see if he wants to continue being outrageous or not. Because it does seem a little outrageous. Now it's really making me want to open the center. And maybe that's the correct move. Maybe I should have played that. Because if he resolves the tension in the center, then I might be kind of out of luck. In fact, I should have played ED there. That's an obvious move. That would have just won a pawn. I don't know what I was thinking. God, I miss these little moves in the morning. It's so frustrating. I mean, if he doesn't play d5 here, then I think that I can say that I've got an advantage. I mean, he's also got knight to g5, I guess. I didn't really see that. Which is indeed obnoxious. So I'd have to come back to like e7, and then if he goes queen to h4, I can play h6 and kick the knight away. And then I'll be fine. So I hope that he goes for that. I think I'll be completely fine there. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, even if he plays d5, I can always play for pressure against c4. That's a lot less than what I was hoping to accomplish. And again, if the queens come off, this passed a pawn is going to be problematic for him. Thankfully, he can't get c5 in. Okay, so he's going here. I think I have to open things now. Besides, this kind of takes away the option of him pushing. This is kind of scary for him. Oh, he's going to recapture the queen and take double isolated pawns. Well, if you notice, I've got more attackers than defenders on that, but he could take here, I suppose. If I go knight takes, he goes queen takes. Do I have anything that's worth looking at? I mean, realistically, his position is kind of hopeless. No, anyway. So, I don't know why I don't just protect this pawn. I'm looking at knight to a8, actually. As ridiculous as that seems. But I shouldn't play that. I should play the rook to the b file. And just hold on to everything. Is what I should do, in principle. So, that, my friends, is what I'm going to do. But this pawn also needs to be defended if I take the queen. Well, if he takes that and then I take this with check, I don't think it's such a big deal. You know what? Screw it. That's such an odd looking move, but you know, I have pressure against all his weak pawns. His king's open. I can devote one piece to just hold my, like I said, my backup advantage. You know, this passed pawn together. Like I can hold one piece to that. Yeah, so now he goes knight to g4. That's interesting. I guess he is threatening that square. Not really. My knight's on it. Oh, he'll probably sack the exchange is what he'll do. So if I block it though, going to an endgame. Maybe this is good. Is this good? Nah, he has to exchange, right? Because the knight's hanging. That wasn't the greatest of moves. Unless I'm missing something. I think his plan was to push next and be on h7 after sacking the exchange. But that's not working. Plus I'm threatening to get to g3 now, which might be a problem for him. Now the knight on g5 is kind of helpful because it guards the e4 square again, but the problem is it's not protected. The knight overcomes the bishop! Even though I don't know why he just decided to give me the bishop pair. I mean, 2 knights versus knight and bishop isn't as bad as 2 knights versus 2 bishops, you know. Or excuse me, 2 knights and bishop versus 2 bishops and knight. What the hell? Can I ask that real fast? His point is that after he pushes, but I can go queen to g3 check all by taking. Because that's not check, so hold on. Let me just see what I can do here. Really tempted to just go queen to g3 check, king to h1, king takes h, queen takes h2 check, king back to g2, followed by knight takes g4. Does that work? Which does threaten mate, but
check.
Maybe he thought he was losing it either way.
Check.
Oh, that's even a snazzier idea. Look at this.
Check.
Oh, I like this. Although I do only have 2 minutes on my clock, so I do need to be careful. But I'm an entire piece up. He's gonna have a strong attack on the king side, I suppose, but so am I.
Check.
And I might have missed a faster win, but I just saw that I could win this piece, so that's what I'm going for. Right. And not to take this. So now I have 2 more pass pawns to add on to the tally. We'll check again.
Check.
just have to be careful, I suppose. There are mating ideas, especially me infiltrating onto the B file so quickly. Yeah, this seems dangerous to me because
Check.
it does hang his queen. Not the greatest of ideas. Yeah, and he's gonna resign now. That wasn't a great game. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna post this. I just kind of made a mistake in the opening. And I don't obviously record all of my games. Some of them I just play. And some I do record and throw away just because they're really crappy games. Like if I play really bad, or if my opponent plays really bad and it's just a really quick crush, then I don't really feel like uploading it. But I don't know. Did I miss any tactical shots, I wonder? Yeah, I didn't play H6, but again, I didn't think it was that bad for me. So he thinks I should just give it up right away, which is what I did. And see, yeah, even the computers, C3 is with tempo, Well, it did for a second anyway. Yeah, I guess I should have just taken the bishop right away. Wow, it wanted me to play A4. What a ballsy move. Wow, and it didn't think I should take. It just says queen to C7. Shows what I know about chess, huh? Jeez. God. And I'm gonna go and analyze this game later. I'm just kind of curious. Weren't the creative.
Check.
I'm glad that I got this sequence correct. Oh, well, now it says king 6 F7, but,
Check.
Yeah, he had to put king G3. Or anything really that got out of the way of checks, but it was probably a forced mate anyway because I was going rook on e to d8 to d2, and now with the rook on the 7th rank, with the 2nd rank, and no pawns to protect his queen. Yeah, it was just over. So.
Check.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I hope that there weren't too many glaring weaknesses. But if there were, then I'm glad, because again, the point of this whole ordeal is to show you what a 1700 15-minute pool player thinks like. Good and bad. So anyway, thanks again for watching.